Alright, so today I'm going to inform y'all on how to check a blood pressure. There are two main types of ways to check a blood pressure. One way is manually and the other way is automatically. When it comes to checking blood pressure, a manual blood pressure is highly recommended because it is shown that you get more accurate results. And especially with a real ill person, an automatic blood pressure is not going to pick up on a patient's blood pressure because it's real low. But when it comes to manual blood pressure, manual blood pressure will pick up because you're also trying to hear for it. But if you're not able to hear it, you will look at this is a blood pressure cuff also. But this is the manual blood pressure cuff. But this is what you'll look at. It's a meter up here that has a needle to it. And yeah, that's what you look at. But before you get to the point where you're gonna check the manual blood pressure, you need to figure out where you're gonna check it, and also you need to go ahead and place your patient in the proper position for the blood pressure. So those positions will be sitting down, lying down, or standing up. And once you figure out the proper position that you want your patient in, you're gonna find the spot. So you have, we're just gonna look at the arm at the moment. So you have the upper arm down here, up here, and right in the crease of the elbow, you have the radial artery where the artery arrow will point to that's on the blood pressure cuff. And then if you're going to look at the lower arm, you have the if you're going to look at the forearm, you have the I take that back. You have the radial artery down here at the forearm, and you have the brachial artery up here near the upper arm. So once you figure that out with sight, I'm gonna just go ahead and wrap it around the upper arm, and I'm gonna make sure that my arrow for the artery is lined up to that brachial artery, which is the one for the upper arm. And some people, well, majority of the time, most people, they'll use a stethoscope. But with me, since I have a cheaper stethoscope, I'm going to just look at my meter and watch my needle jump. So when you're checking the blood pressure with the stethoscope, what you're going to do, you're going to listen to that first heartbeat. And if you were to take your finger and tap it against your earlobe, that's the sound that you will hear. And as soon as you hear that sound, while you're looking at the meter, when you hear that sound, that's going to be your first number, which is your top number, also known as the systolic number for your blood pressure. And then when you don't hear the sound anymore, you're going to keep your eyes on the meter, and that last number that you don't hear the sound is going to be your bottom number, which is also called your diastolic. And if you're just going by sight, you'll see the needle stop jumping. So, a part of this blood pressure cuff, what you have is, you have this little balloon. So, and then with the balloon, you have a little knob that what you do before you pump it up, you're going to turn it all the way to the right till you're not able to turn it anymore. Then you're going to squeeze it, and it's going to pump up your blood pressure cuff. So when you get ready to loosen it, well, before you get ready to loosen it, in class I was taught that the 200 is like, on the meter, the number 200 is where you want to stop it. Unless you have a patient with a real high blood pressure, then you're going to pump it up some more. But you don't want to pump it up too much because it can also affect the patient as far as like pain, and it can end up being too tight. But now to unloosen it, once you have it inflated, what you're going to do is turn the knob to the left. You're going to turn the knob to the left, and then the cup is going to go down. And I was taught in school I was taught tighty-righty, lefty-loosey. So to the right, it'll pump it up, it'll inflate it, and to the left, it'll deflate it.
Give me your best shot.
Yep.
What? Want you to hear me? Give me your best shot. Did you? Yeah, come on.
Enough about the
Really?
manual blood pressure.
I can't because when I
You also have, as I said before, you have the automatic blood pressure monitor. And with that, it's real simple because that's how technology is now. And you'll have your machine, and it'll also have a blood pressure cuff to it. And you'll have your patient in the proper position, and you're gonna find the proper site. You're gonna wrap it around, and once you get it up there, all you have to do is look at the screen and press start. It's gonna pump it up on its own, and it'll also record the blood pressure as well. But
chances are you have some questions right now. Here are a couple answers.
yeah, so the main two types of blood pressure,
Wipes together can be used for over
the main two ways of checking the blood pressure would be the manual, which is highly recommended, as I said before, and the second will be the automatic. And whenever the automatic fails, manual blood pressure is due. There you go.
Goldfish crackers.
Okay.
The snack that smiles back.